Apologies, everyone.
It happens, it happens.
Hi, guys.
Cure wounds went off. I know Yuria just stepped away. Are all the other players here?
I'm here.
I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Discord reactive images is taking its sweet time.
It'll get there.
Picking up where we left off.
Hi. I was describing Hane being punched by Ella. I'll shorten. He comes heavy upon him, gets on top, and with every thrown fist, he clamor.
Feast your eyes on Bahamut's kingdom, Hane. We're out of your trifling darkness. Over yon, the All-Father's son.
That was a 18, so 10 points.
Yeah, then
Did you cast Wrathful Smite again?
I did.
Understood.
Hence why his hands cracked into electricity. Oh, indeed he is, and he's got Alaric on top. Beautiful.
All right. We'll take that off your aura because you are no longer. There we go. All right. It is your strike. It is the Arcanist's turn. He's having a great time. Can't hit anything.
Welcome to the team, Arcanist!
He takes 15 steps. You watch as with the other hand sort of drawing up the length of the blade, he sort of pulls the fist in tight, a sigil forming underneath his feet as the nearby smoke and ash sort of capture around him, and he would have to move that far, 20 feet, and then Misty Step as his bonus action.
I imagine every time Hane gets to open his eyes as a fist comes down, it's Aether's sun there in the sky.
He's gonna take, seeing that Hane still has his vitality, all bets are off. He is looking for an opening, and because he's prone, he's gonna make his longsword attack at advantage.
He's flanking too.
Indeed. Murana.
We're laughing a lot. Disconcerting.
Oh boy. Alright, neat. Whatever happened just happened. Seeing that... Hello?
That's why. Continue.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yep.
Alright, neat.
Doesn't even have a fucking modifier. I love this.
Alright, so seeing that Hane is down and kind of having piranha senses, move the full 45 here as our movement. Bonus action dash for another 15 to start with. 15, that leaves me with 20. And then I'm gonna give him a jab with the rapier.
Sure. That hits.
Sneak attack. And then, 15, because I'm an idiot. 30. And I'm gonna get the hell out of here.
It's more.
I gotta kill you. You're gonna be a problem by the time you reach level 3.
She's a problem now. What are you talking?
And she goes the rest of her 30 away.
Sanity.
Christ.
Bye.
Teleporting around the battlefield, the personal kid.
Yuria, start of your turn. Him being knocked down, him being sort of wailed on in this situation, any effects he had been casting are gone.
Nice.
I'm actually gonna change the music. He's not a
He's not smiling anymore, is he?
no.
He's not death metal headbanging at this point. He is down to oh fuck.
He got knocked on his ass by a girl.
That's unfortunate. Yeah, Yuria looking into this blade, it reflecting the eldritch glow, everything around it, suddenly blink, and we're back to normal, and the blade is its normal translucent self, and she sort of blinks awareness back, like, oh shit. That's right. And she sees Hane not as a terror, but as a poor bald dude who's getting his ass currently curbed. So she will advance.
I'm gonna start
That's it.
playing Sympathy for the Devil or something.
Right about here. He should still have tax on him.
Yeah, he has everything. However, he is prone.
Range attacks with disadvantage.
Sorry.
Not
someone
just
banging
that,
on
he's
the
got
ceiling.
people on top of him too, so it'd be...
You'd have watched Alaric like bringing down these thunderous strikes as he's connected. You'd have watched the Arcanist stab into his chest. You'd have watched Marana lunge forward, jab him, and then literally teleport away.
Sorry, people just burst into my room and started screaming, so... No, they're gone. Alright, so we're going to cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Do I get advantage if he's prone?
You get disadvantage.
Oh, that's right, it's ranged.
Correct.
Yeah, alright, we'll do it.
$14 misses, I'm afraid. The bolt sort of, as it flies at them, you watch as like Alaric sort of lifts him up only to slam him down, but not before the bolt connects near the ground, just missing him.
A pity.
So
Well, that's my turn.
All right. It is Lord Hane's turn. He has every effect on him under the sun. What would he do?
You certainly wouldn't beg for mercy. That's not very Hane of him.
He wouldn't. Ooh. He's going to use his bonus action. He's going to use his bonus action to seal or mark Alaric, the current source of his fear.
They're supposed to be afraid of me, the motherfucker.
I'm trying to figure out what the fuck he would do. Hands coming up, using the last charge of Baleful Interdict. He sort of, out of desperation, much like what Sildaril had done, sort of hands pressed to your chest, is trying to shove you off of him as he drains life from you. Not much, as he siphons 4 hit points from you.
Ooh, Siller will save my ass.
Sort of, you feel that strike that he had hit you, that wound begin to sort of erode, like necrosis very rapidly setting in. At the end of his turn, he will roll his wisdom save.
He's hexed.
Oh, that's right, so it's just a flat roll. An 8 doesn't make it. Kellen.
Now that they're all surrounding him and putting the boost Venus out, and I don't want to stand in the fire anymore, I'm going to jump out of that.
Thank you for reminding me.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome. I knew I had to take some damage because I started a turn in fire, right?
You take 4 points of fire damage.
Ouch. Okay.
Again, that shift in reality was very sudden. This slingshot pull that has your mind immediately brought back to this difference in reality. You realize where you were standing in the void is not the same here, and immediately are stood in the flame. You quickly push yourself out of it as it laps at your skin and armor.
Well, I was going to take a shot anyway, so that works.
Okay. At disadvantage.
Well, he stood up, didn't he?
No, he's still prone.
He stayed prone like an a-hole.
He's currently frightened, cursed, hexed, marked.
Totally.
It actually wouldn't be at disadvantage because...
All
oh, wait,
prone.
No.
All prone is disadvantage for range.
Yeah, you're right.
Until he gets a feat or a fighting style.
Well, yeah, I think
Not my bad.
Sharpfigure does that. I'm not sure. Anyway, but yeah, with disadvantage, 23.
Yeah. Ooh, everything's lagging again. I can't wait for it to crash.
And a 1d6 additional damage from Hunter's Mark.
Indeed.
10 damage.
Sinking that arrow, finding the sort of wedge in the armor, it strikes. A cry from Lord Hane. He looks mortal.
Fall down, you piece of Just kind of cuts off. He whips out another arrow and prepares to fire again on his next turn. But yes, that is it.
All right.
Well, actually, let me see. Yep, no, that's good.
Sabine.
Stand here. There we go. Now I'm done.
I'm going to attack.
Let's see. At advantage.
What do you hold for advantage?
Shift. That misses, I'm afraid. Striking down with your rapier, you watch as he sort of, the gauntleted hand sort of batting away the tip of the rapier and striking into the stonework beside him. That was your action.
I'm gonna hold my place.
All right. Sildaril.
Sildaril would stand back up straight as the glow of her, like the shine of her scales recedes back into her wings as they fall back into her back, and it is like a very finite leaving of these wings as this is the moment And she will kind of bolster herself again as she grips at the Zweihander, running her finger over the etched dragon's eyes that are in the base of its blade. And she will move forward to strike with non-lethal damage.
Non-lethal. It'll be an advantage. That hits. Zilderil, how do you non-lethally take out Lord Samuel Hane?
Damn.
She will take her Zweihander in, both hands and cleave him down into the stonework of this bridge that's already got these large cracks in it. And she will essentially impale him with it to the stonework.
Sounds pretty lethal.
About to say, that sounds very lethal.
It's not lethal. She can pick somewhere on his arm or some shit.
Sure.
What, you want me to hit him like a baseball bat?
Could do that.
You just described the problem was you described a very lethal move. Was I'm trying to.
He's gonna leave the sword in. He wouldn't die.
He'd absolutely die. He
you
looks
the
like
sword
he's
in.
barely holding to life currently.
You should kick him in the face.
He's a man. He can take it. What is he? Not
Just a
Terbusian?
girl.
Can't get
Just a little
stabbed
girl.
in the chest
punch
once
you
or
in the
twice?
face.
Like, what the fuck?
Jesus
Okay,
Christ.
fine.
Okay,
Thank
do
you,
what you
Peanut
do.
Gallery. I will move on.
Well, do what you do.
God, you infuriate me, Sebastian. Anyway, I guess it won't go through his chest, but we'll slice his ear off. She impales it next to his head and will knock him unconscious with it.
Okay. Slicing that ear, the bellowing sort of roar of pain that comes from Hane. His eyes sort of going frantic for a moment, looking rapidly left and right before his entire body collapses, that adrenaline fading from him. And with that,
Silura will lean down into the sword, right? And she will whisper to him, I admired you and your ambition. But you're nothing but a monster.
and with that, combat is over.
My friend's attack.
Alaric will collapse on top of him.
Fair point. All of you would have watched her look like she's striking his head, but not. There's though he is unconscious, head lulled to the side, bleeding profusely from where an ear should be. His chest is rising and falling heavily.
Is it over?
Sabine will say yes, and she's gonna stab down.
You're trying to kill him?
Block.
I like to hold on. I DC'd when I said it. I wanted to say that after Silvery put him down, Alaric sort of wavered for 2 seconds and then flopped on top of Hane. Just collapsed. So she stabbed the shit out of Alaric. You want to roll some damage there?
She could still stab Hane
It's not happening. Solar would stop her.
and stop me.
While that drama's going down, Kellen will move to Alaric's side and push a good berry into his mouth.
Gonna eat the shit out of that.
It's 1 HP, but it basically acts as a 1 HP healing potion. Enjoy.
I assume you're using your protective wings reaction, Siluro?
He's just trying to block
Just
it.
trying to stop her.
I'll let you two decide that then.
What opposing roll do you want to do? Because this man has, in her eyes, has murdered countless and is trying to overthrow the throne. He needs to die. Now.
He is not yours to kill. We will bring him to the king.
We made an oath.
Oh, did we?
Do you not care for Uria's soul?
So you want to kill him?
Yes. He has murdered countless.
Regarding the deal, was it not to bring her back? Here? To kill him? Regardless.
Pretty sure the deal was we had to kill him or he needed to die. Drowning in his own blood, and I was going to stab him in the throat and finish it.
Now, there's a slight problem with your plan. You're essentially murdering a lord with no proof of treachery other than what we say.
If we had to do anything here, we must bring him either to this fishwoman or the king.
Nursing off of Kellen's hand with a with a berry making his left cheek protrude out. Alaric looks up to Siluriel and
Peace on that. Fucking kill him already. It's over.
There is another problem. When those orcs catch up, they may want their own justice, and I'm inclined to give it to them.
The Sahagin, Yuria blurts out. They have suffered the most at his hand, wiped down nearly to 3. And I do have an oath with them. While I don't know if it works like that.
Everybody
wouldn't
roll
know.
me a perception check, please.
One.
Everyone.
Ooh, everyone, okay. Character sheet has disappeared again. Huzzah.
Who's missing? Sabine. There we go. Siluriel and Marana, currently occupied with thought, arguments, what have you. Those of you not in that situation, pause for a moment to realize the rain has stopped falling. Not only that, it's floating, hovering midair. The fire is no longer lapping or moving, it is still. You watch as that same inky blackness that had manifested from Hane connects in a more personalized area. A figure strides forth, emerging from the darkness. You watch as their white robes peel away. The darkly colored robes beneath, beautiful ornaments that adorn them. Various sort of almost scripture hanging off with this long flowing jet black hair with these beautiful features, very pointed, very sharp, very androgynous, with a eye, this almost like black sphere resting in the center of their head, long protruding horns out of the corners. They come to a stop. Their eyes looking at all of you and then to the felled body of Hane.
Alaric very subtly stands between Hane and her.
They say nothing for a moment, giving a very small nod. Hands outstretched now. You see the sort of very long black gloves that they wear. Imagine... Actually, I'll just post a picture for you. Make it easier.
Let's say, like, who is this person?
The white robes that peeled away, this is the mouth of the Iron Duke.
Ruh-roh.
When I find their image. Ah, here we go. Perfect. Their eyes linger on you for several moments. Well done. Truly, you have passed my master's expectations tenfold. To fell Hane, well, you have certainly piqued his interest. A word of advice. Deal with him now. Kill him. Understand that if you let him live, my master will take him, and you will most certainly see him again.
You were muted, I think.
There it goes. Awesome. I'm literally gonna break my computer in half. Can't play video games, can't run Foundry. It's great. Yuri, if you're talking, I can't hear you.
I wasn't talking.
Oh, sorry, that was
talking.
Miranda that rolled.
I was just rolling to suss out the...
Gotta tell me if you're rolling or not, dum-dum.
Sorry, I just didn't want to interrupt.
It was very dramatic.
Yeah, it was.
From what you can tell, this person is very hard to read. This very placid expression, the sort of confidence that they speak with, it is hard to tell.
Alaric will look back to Siluril and Savine.
Siluril, dispense with this juvenile mercy. He's a traitor, and Dame Savine intends to dish out the king's justice. Let her It is a message. We will send it.
While they are arguing over what to do with Hane, Yuria is going to cast Detect Thoughts and start looking into Hane's mind.
Ooh. Hane?
Hane.
Oh, God. I need you to roll me a wisdom save.
Ooh, I bet there's some fucked up things in there. Ooh.
There is like this mental backlash, if that makes sense. Like very sudden static. It's like a 1,000 words a minute, but it's all different voices, all screaming, yelling. There's hatred, anguish, pain, sorrow, rage. All of these voices, and none of them sound like his.
She visibly staggers.
But it would be murder. Would it not?
No. It be justice.
It would be mercy.
Mercy.
The mouth of the Iron Duke, their lips, for the first time showing some actual sign, pulling up into a very small smile at Yuria's comment.
Hane is a dog, beaten and twisted until he is no more human than the crabs or the creatures that he molds, those mauling beasts. How long was Hane in your care before you made him this abomination?
My master is very thorough. Individuals, prideful, arrogant, they are the easiest to break. Lord Hane was once a very honorable man, but a very prideful one. He fell. Took no more than a summer.
Why are you doing this? What is your goal?
I have no goals. I am but the mouthpiece for my master. But rest assured, Kellen Aldane, my master will see you soon. He is very interested in all of you.
Sabine would hear in her mind, kill him.
She would pause and kind of glance at the Arcanist for his input.
Ooh, the Arcanist is like blade forward, other hand sort of channeling magic, ready to sort of not so much fight this individual, but ensure that there's some modicum of protection for those that are weak currently.
Is it obvious that Sabine is hesitating?
If he's not paying attention, then she'd be like, so be it. The king's justice be done, and here's for the many you've murdered.
Perhaps Alaric, as the wielder of verdict, perhaps you should dispense this justice.
Bring the might and justice of your old withering god.
You speak of Shelir.
That figure possesses many names.
But I know him by his greatest name, and I call him the Great Leveler. For man or woman, young or old, all by him, in the passage of time, are dealt with exactly alike. That is the brutal power, the brutal beauty of his strength, the awful symmetry of it, the perfect justice of it. You call him withering, but I know him to be endless.
And Alaric will march for his hammer. It's by Kellen's feet, and he takes. He's very wounded, so he's very slow, very haggard as he turns. And he finds that his left arm gives under its weight, so his right arm has to take over. And when he brings it up, he's barely holding onto the base with his weak, the head trembling under the strength of the hammer's weight and his anger in wielding it. And with one swing, a downward arc, he strikes Lord Hane's chest very hard, very caving, down to the heart.
The body reacts violently, shuddering from head to toe as you strike, cleaving into the already sundered armor that he wears, striking through and crushing the heart of one Lord Samuel Hane. The mouth of the Iron Duke, her hands reach up. She very gently claps them together, a clap of approval.
Alaric drops the hammer, clatters by his feet. His arms fall limply to his sides, and he doesn't show any pleasure after the fact. If anything, seeing Hane's crumpled form, he feels pity twisting his expression, souring it.
You really have exceeded our every expectation. Well done. They turn and begin marching down the length of the bridge. Their footfalls fading.
Can I put an arrow right before their feet? Like, stop them?
You can certainly try.
Yeah, just draw and knock an arrow and just right in front of their foot as they're walking.
They pause,
And
their
what-
foot about to touch the floor.
And what makes you think we're letting you get away? Representing something that is as treasonous as your Iron Duke.
They turn. You're more than welcome to test your mettle. Their hands extend outwards. But if you don't kill me with that first arrow, you'll regret it.
Mulls this over for a moment and then looks to the others for any kind of support or direction.
I'm gonna try that insight check.
Let's see it.
I guess I believe him.
Again, very hard to read this individual. They speak with that confidence. They present themselves as very confident. And if they're able to manifest out of nowhere, well, who knows?
Marana's look is doubtful.
Yuri looks pensive, obviously considering. The blade in her hand slowly rotating.
The arrow in his bow starts to slacken a little bit. Get out of here. Just get out of here.
Very small shake of the head as they turn and begin to leave. Step by step. Eventually, the rain begins to fall. The fire begins to lap and move, and they vanish from sight. And that's where we'll call tonight's episode.
Oh, holy shit.
With the death of Lord Samuel Hane and the fall of Hane Keep, you all have escaped. You all survived. And now you have the eyes of the Iron Duke upon you.
We need some ale in this party.
If we ignore him, do you think he'll just leave?
Thank you guys for playing. I hope you had fun. And thank you guys for watching in chat. Thank you for coming out and supporting me, even when my computer decided it wanted to crash. How delightful. Thank you guys.
Lovely.
We'll be picking up next week for episode 11 of Cometh the Fall, Aftermath.
Man. Pretty good fight.
There were some close calls there.
Yeah.
I was ready to spend some fucking memories, yo.
Yeah, I was about to say, nobody went unconscious. Some of y'all didn't even get touched.
I didn't get touched.
I only got touched by fire.
That counts.
Teleported into a fire like, oh, hey, fire's there. Whoopsie doodles.
I forgot this was here. Whoops.
All the Dex players like, oh yeah, man, I didn't get hit anything. All the strength players, I'm dying.
Yeah, because anyone who didn't get hit was never in Hane's range.
Shitty part is Hane had a ranged ability, but you guys are always too far. And all the tantalizing people like Sildaril and Alaric were up front. I posted the 2 comparison maps, by the way.
Oh, neat.
Yes.
I didn't get touched, but I touched him.
All right.
Cool. Oh, this is really nice. I love this contrast. Holy shit.
That's absolutely true, Zebus. And again, it all comes down to the dice, right? Hane rolled, I think, 3 natural ones.
Damn.
Brutal.
Today was his day to
ending.
suck.
What were the natural ones on? Out of sheer curiosity, I want to know if I lucked out.
You absolutely did. Nat 1 on the strength save, Nat 1 on the concentration save to keep up the abyss, and then another Nat 1 to like attack or something like that. It was fucking rough. See, I was worried. I was like, he's gonna kill somebody in this fight. Nope.
Well,
Nope, the
lucky this-
pickaxes fucking did more harm to you guys than anything, and that was an easy encounter.
We're also level 1. Level 2 is a huge leap.
Pickaxes.
Level 2 with abilities back helps a lot too.
You know, the really sad thing about Hane's death is that he died afraid.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Good.
Not bloody and thrashing on the field of battle. No, he died horrified. Of the
Good.
son of Eormanir.
Wonder how the Wildfather feel about being depicted in such a way.
Maybe you'll ask him one day.
Yes. That's like number one goal. You know those cards you put up to give us objectives and incentivize us? That's my number one card.
Talk to God. Tell
I,
him what I feel about him.
By the way, it was actually really sad. Halfway through the fight, I realized that the Arcanist was mislabeled. He was a
Oh no.
lower CR, and all of his spells weren't connected to his spellcasting modifier. They were casted as utility or items.
This
So-
explains a lot.
So much.
It never rolled his d20s for attacks. I had to manually roll them, and I didn't know why until I went into his character sheet and saw that it was all marked as utility, and his spellcasting modifier, which was his intelligence, wasn't being tracked. So his plus to hit, his attack rolls, all of it gone. And I was like, there's no fucking way he has a plus two.
I'm making sad wizard noises.
Man had seen a lot, you know? He was letting the young ones take over it.
Ooh, absolutely. My favorite was finding a boss theme for Lord Hane. That's what I spent most of the morning doing, was finding Killer Instinct music and being like, ooh, yeah, this one fits. Because that shit goes hard. So, if you guys have any questions, comments, and for myself or for the players, use your channel points for as long as the players wish to stick around. If there are no questions, or the party feels like they are tired, we can go. Ooh.
Okay.
Does Siluro blame Morana, partially or otherwise, for what happened to her friend?
She's confused and angry because she thinks she's hiding something.
Filthy little secrets.
And as I have demonstrated before, Siluro doesn't like little mind games, little sneaky wordplay, little lies.
Similar, Edtastic.
What?
Somewhat. I guess because it's already known, the main colors of the abyss in my world are the color of moonlight. So black and that sort of teal green. So if you ever see that color, that's the abyss.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, this is the color of madness. Oh shit, here we go.
Yep. The map
Hey, bud.
transition was called A Glimpse of Madness.
I asked a question there that you ignore, sir.
That's purely why are you asking me that question?
Because you put the character together.
Yeah, but I'm not judging them based on their hotness. I posted the image for you to see.
We have similar tastes. I trust your number. Put out a number.
That is funny. That is the irony.
Yeah, the irony of insulting the god. Yep, it was very, very fitting. I was pleasantly surprised by the outcome. Because there was that moment where, like, he rolled, like, max damage for his greatsword against Alaric, and I'm like, oh, Alaric's gonna fucking die.
That's why That's why I pushed him.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that fucking Thunderous Smite, super clutch.
That one, because it gave us all advantage.
Literally pivoted the fight. Like, it went from, like, Lord Hane, his health being whittled, and him, like, fucking be in a truck to suddenly like on the ground, unable to move, getting dogpiled. Huge.
And run, hit and run.
What is Hane? Hane technically is classified as an aberration.
I think you said asshole wrong.
I was prepared to fucking die. So, like, it comes a point where a character gets so fucking demolished that it just makes no sense for them to keep using this incredibly heavy weapon. So it was just hands there on out, just throwing hands.
Super fitting.
Hands with Hane.
I think everybody did great today.
God, I wish I had a character that hit and then he punched. That's the fucking dream right there.
Hit and then what?
Hit with the weapon and then right hook.
Oh,
Just something personal about punching a motherfucker, you know?
He wants to play the bounty hunter from Darkest Dungeon.
I think if you get the dual wielder route, maybe we can, I don't know. I've already talked about giving like weird feats and stuff like that out there in the world, like iron grip and shit. So
Yeah. Just love the idea of like that's how I would imagine Alaric fighting, right? Like full on brawler, all over your shit, hammer, fist, very personal. One day.
Made me feel good, him shit talking women constantly to just lay him out. I can go to bed happy.
That was a well-deserved comeuppance.
Are you saying in this fight for any women?
He's been talking down to the women ever since we got here.
Oh, because I thought in the fight, like, that reflection of fear wasn't exactly him, but rather like the energies of the Iron Duke. I think it's the Iron Duke who is the whatchamacallit, the mansplainer, I guess.
The Iron Duke is sexist. There we go.
Yeah, he's the
Whoa.
sexist one.
I suppose you'll have to find out.
Misogyny goes all the way to the top.
Not gonna make that comment.
Damn.
Would you say there's a glass ceiling?
Also fitting that Siluro ended the fight after being berated by Hane. Yeah.
Came in there and just...
Caleb, you remember Ubi?
Yeah.
Ubi the dwarf who got to swing his axe and then hit with a...
Yeah.
I fucking love that.
Maybe you can find something like that in the world.
Onward, Steve.
How would I feel about an Asimar Necromancer? You would probably be Scourge or Fallen, because there's no way any Celestial would let you cast Necromancy, even if you were using it for good, right? But if you wanted to be like this morally gray Asimar Necromancer, yeah, that'd be dope. I'd allow that. I don't think you could be a protector Asimar, but I think you could be a Scourge or Fallen, absolutely. He was trash-talking everyone. But it seemed in these last moments, it was like Alaric and Silveril. Like, those people that were right up in his face, he was shit-talking the most. And he got clapped for it.
Sure did, though.
paladin, suck. No, smite.
Yeah,
Smite.
that's literally
Smite.
what happened.
Right.
I'm gonna burn all my spell slots to smite you. You can't do that. I'm gonna.
Wait. I said the gods are trash.
It's a shame you couldn't mount the crabs in battle.
I was getting ready to smite him again.
Just smite him off of the fucking edge of the goddamn bridge again.
I was thinking about it.
That'd be pretty dope. Did Yuria's patron feel at home when Hane transported them? Absolutely.
Ooh.
Stop it. I only get so erect.
In the abyss, he's actually like, "Hey, how you doing? Got
Honestly, I
some cookies?"
was expecting it to be like. I was half expecting that. Where it's just like you see this wriggling thing in the distance. Yuria, roll perception.
No, that would be. That'd be a very different encounter.
I was waiting for it.
RT Gamer, yes, this is a real session. We are currently wrapping it up. I'm answering questions from chat. We had a long session today, about an hour over, because combat was super spicy.
And some technical difficulties.
Don't remind me.
That happened too.
I'm hoping the crabs are still around. I'm gonna go back and collect them. This is my 7th party member, King Crab. My new familiar. Yes, he does attack as an action.
One more question, and then I'll call it, so that way these lovely people can get to bed. Or do whatever they're going to do.
Bunker down, hide from the people screaming upstairs.
I fully agree, Luna. Absolutely. Can I? I just looked over at the Discord and saw, like, scrolling up all the little pictures Momo's been drawing.
I've not. They are not mine.
Oh. Who drew them?
A friend.
Well, they're great. I love them.
Pretty pog.
He's incredible.
And very fast.
God, look at that fucking...
That depiction of Hane has me in stitches.
He just looks so...
My ear. Asshole.
I like the little drool out of his mouth. Great stuff. Great stuff.
He looks almost like a dwarf, which is how I imagine. He's a really tall dwarf of a man.
Right. Well, I think that's all for today. We'll be playing on the 4th, lest there be any objections, with our...
Here's hoping I have internet. If I don't have internet, I'll be playing on my phone and my iPad.
Bet.
But that's okay, because that's fine. Internet should be set up on the 1st, so if it's not, I'll be playing on my phone with my iPad.
Understood. Thank you for the heads up. Next session, hopefully, fingers crossed, should be relatively roleplay heavy. Dealing with the aftermath of the fall of Hane Keep, the siege of the Grimtooth Orcs, and an oath that was made. You guys can go ahead and say goodbye to chat if you like.
Goodbye, chat.
Goodbye, chat. It was a wild ride.
Goodbye, chat.
Bye, chat.
Hi, chatters.
All right.
Little chatters that chat.
Hey! Thanks, guys. Today's session was phenomenal. Not accounting for the hiccup halfway through. That made my blood boil. Otherwise, phenomenal session. You guys were an absolute blast to stream for, just like always. We'll be picking up next week on the 4th, if everything goes right, and playing episode 11 of Cometh the Fall, The Aftermath, along with the Secrets of Eris this Sunday over on Momo's channel. Oh, Taryn, I said it at the start of the stream. All I need to do is write up the rules, and that Discord link will become available for everyone. So, give me a little bit. I'm going to write up some rules for that, and we'll get it all situated for everybody. Well, I want to thank you guys again. I apologize for not streaming during the week. I do feel very regretful for that. But the second dose of COVID vaccine was absolutely kicking my ass. DM, don't forget mod chat SOE group. I will look at mod chat as soon as this is over. Thank you, Octo. And thank you guys. I did get a lot of very supporting messages over my recovery period, so I'm very thankful for that. Thank you guys so much. No raid. I am burning up in my room right now. I need to go out and get some fresh air. So I appreciate all of you. Thank you guys so much for the resubs, for the views, and I will see you guys next time.